Well, I don't really have anything exciting today. No good videos this week, but you guys are going to watch my ADHD going full swing in my shop. So, we're working on multiple projects today. Got the Cub Cadet putting a snow plow on. It's the wrong plow for it, but we're making it work. Got some repairs on the lathe that we need to do. Want to clean this thing up a little bit. Belt's coming apart, so we're gonna go get some vulcanized cement, put her on there, and whatever else my mind decides to work on today. That's one thing I love about my workshop. I can do what I want when I want, jump from projects, and the whole nine. And I'll also show you guys some other projects that are upcoming. Got quite a few of them, and a lot riding on the fence if I'm gonna do or not, waiting on some answers from some other people. So let's get into it. I'm gonna throw this blade on here on the Cub Cadet real quick, do some drilling. You guys can see that and see what else we're gonna work on today. Hopefully some gas engine stuff. What do you think of my sweet face mask? I actually bought this for my son, and I use these as my safety glasses because guess what? It's really hard to lose these huge things. I actually did a review on this drill press about 7 years ago. Bought it online. I was pretty impressed with it at first, but my biggest problem with it now that I've realized the more I've used it is the amount of deflection when you're pressing down on your drill bit. And some people may say, well, that means you're pressing too hard. I'm really not. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the camera. Let's see if you can see it. I'll just watch right here. You're probably not going to see it on camera with my awesome 1080p, but watch how much deflection there is. I mean, I'm barely pressing on that. And when you're drilling something really thick, it starts to bind up. But basically, to adjust the speed on this, it's just a clutch. Instead of having to come up here and change the belt around, it's just a centrifugal clutch that you adjust by hand here, which is pretty nice. It gives you a bunch of different ranges. I've even milled a little brass on it. Probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, that's my biggest complaint on this thing is the deflection on the table. Terrible. Junk. But other than that, pretty good. Much the hard part's done on this. Just had to make some brackets down here. Little fabricating. Now I gotta make the mount that goes up to the top for the handle to move the blade up and down. But yeah, this blade was off Cub Cadet Original. My buddy sold me parts tractor gave me a great deal on it, and he threw this blade in, and none of us really knew what it went to, so I tried to hook it up, didn't work, no big deal, so I just modified it. So works out pretty good, I think. Here's my brackets. I know it's not the nicest thing in the world, but this blade's in really pretty rough shape, pretty rusted out to be honest, so I didn't feel too bad about cutting things and making it work. So now all I gotta do is take this off. We gotta make a bracket up here on the, come on, up on here that sits like this, essentially. And then have a rod bracket that comes down to the blade down to here so you can lift and lower it. So pretty much this hard part's done. Never mind that jerry rig and welding. I gotta take that back apart at some point, put another plate in. But hopefully it snows in Kansas this winter. I'm really excited to use my tractor to do some plowing. So I'm kind of bored with this now, so let's hop to something else in the shop. Check her out. We got a snow blade now. Gonna work out the old arm pretty good. Let's go push my compost pile. See if it'll hold right. This is all my yard waste. Yum. Goes from that to that. You know, I've never really done a shop tour. Really not much going on, but anyways, might as well. This is just a shenanigans video anyways. So, you guys have probably seen in previous videos, this is my Cub Cadet 100. It's got a high-low transmission on it, which I just installed. I got a video on that. And Snowblade now. So, I have a lot of fun with this little tractor. A lot. And, hit and miss engines are my thing, but garden tractors are now too. So over here, we've got Rhett's, this is a Moet Mustang made in Odessa, Missouri, that him and I built. Just a forward reverse transmission, nothing fancy. And that engine on there is off a push mower. Back here, got a bunch of old junk. We've got old water pump, another water pump from my neighbors. That's a air compressor, Curtis. I pulled that out of a grain elevator down near Liberal, Kansas. Got an old fan back there. Fort Worth Steel and Machinery Company. It's got a pretty cool tag on it. I'm sure some Texas guys would want that. Got this right here I'm trying to give away. This is off an LB or an LA, but it's a vacuum pump for milking cows. So if any of you guys want this thing, let me know. I'm not delivering it, or I am not going to ship it. That's the catch. If you really want this thing, you can come out to Western Kansas and get it. I also have an LB or an LA pump jack somewhere back there, hidden. Yeah, it's back over there. And just other random old junk. This here's a Dempster water pump. hand pump. I need to put new leathers in it. It loses prime really easy. Here's another water pump I got out of a antique shop up near Tribune, Kansas. I think Sheridan Lake or Sharon Springs. He even had magnetos in there. I found out that the guy's an engine collector. Here's another bandsaw. I got this with my lathe. I need to get a new saw blade on it. And there's some pallet racking that boss threw out, so I took it. That's where I put all my parts, because my shop is small. I'm really starting to run out of real estate. Got a bunch of random stuff up here. Antiques to coils to old date nails. All sorts of junk that I love. I do have a couple crankshafts here. One's off an A and one's off my C. The one on the C, which is this one, needs a lot of work. And I accidentally ordered a A-B crankshaft, which the snout is actually shorter on it. So if anybody wants these, I'll give those away. No, I ain't shipping them. I don't want to deal with it. Oh, what other junk we got? Here's a four-wheeler my son and I use. Going on adventures in the rivers. You've probably seen us doing that quite a bit. Looking for old iron. Got over here is the next project after the snowblade's done. This is a Root and Vandervoort that I'm putting together for my buddy. I've got to get this thing together. I'm sick of looking at it. I've told him I'd get it done. It's time to get her painted and get it together. So a bunch of head work needs to be done. Flywheels need to be cleaned up. Need to pressure wash the base, get it painted, start cleaning parts up, and get it together. We got here's my Curtis compressor. This Curtis compressor I want to turn into an engine. This is going to be a project that I want to do and start practicing my machining skills. So basically, I need to build a head for it, and I'll make a video on that. You guys can watch me screw up 100 times. And I'll make a head, make a set of valves for it, and should be a fun project. It's really not worth anything, so why not try to make an engine? So it's one of my projects, one of many. You guys have seen this a couple hundred times. I do a lot of videos on this. This is a 6-horse Stover RX, probably 1920s. Matter of fact, there's a date on it. 3/9/1922. I really like this engine. This is my first big engine. Traded a Model TT pickup for it. Needs a lot of work. Got a bad rod knock in it. First time I've ever poured Babbitt was in this engine here on the rod, so that was fun. Has a small bend in the crank that needs to get fixed someday. But yeah, you guys have seen that a lot. What else we got? Oh, the cart. If anybody knows, it is hard to find nice carts, so I built this one. Most of this is Home Depot lumber, so how long that's going to last, not quite sure. My buddy Rafe sold me these wheels for cheap, and the wagon part of it's all off wagon. I'm basically an International Harvester wooden horse wagon. Here we have a Detroit Engine Works 4.5 horse engine. You guys can see up here it says Detroit Engine Works, Detroit, Michigan. Basically all this is here is a Nelson Brothers that has been rebranded for Detroit Engine Works. It is a contract engine. I'm pretty sure it's kind of rare. Got the original skids on it, original paint. What other junk we got? We got an old blower here. Picked that up for like 10 bucks at an auction. Little Wisconsin engine. 1.5 McCormick Deering that I run on propane. And my homemade timer setup for it. I might tackle that next fall and actually get it running right. And this here is my great grandpa Gibbs Nelson Brothers. It's a Badge Montgomery Ward. 3-horse. That was the very first engine I ever got. So, near and dear to my heart. I love it. This engine started it all. Just to kind of show you guys something funny. Look at the head bolts. They're brass. I'm pretty sure my grandpa put those on there. And then here's a good story. This rocker arm was broke. And my grandpa Voice and I told Grandpa, I said, I got a piece of T-post. Let's just put her on the rocker arm, and that's how it sits. So I was gonna put her original rocker arm on there, but that's a good memory of Grandpa and I welding that up. This drill press, bench grinder, you know, typical stuff. A absolutely trashed workbench, and my South Bend lathe. This is, I think, a 9-inch, what's that called? 9-inch swing on it. Pretty good old lathe. It really isn't powerful enough for some of the stuff I want to do, but it does the job. I do need to get this belt here fixed. Looks like the original belt, and I'm going to do my dangdest to keep it going. But yeah, I'll be using this a lot this winter when I go to do my, I don't know, the air compressor. I don't know, that's about it. That's where I store all my junk. I need to get this organized. One of these days I'll build a really nice organization bin. And I can't afford a forklift, so I got an engine hoist. That's what I move all my engines around with. Kind of a pain, but gets the job done. Out here, got a bunch of M's. Anybody needs parts, let me know. I save them. I get them for cheap and I save them. They're probably worth only scrap, but there's good parts on them. And back here, I got the old 20-foot trailer. Some old wagon parts. I use a lot of nuts and bolts off it. Works pretty good. My son's Sheridan mower that he wants to restore. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen this in other videos. This is a little homemade scraper I built to grade my driveway down here. And it's a heavy son of a gun. And we got the old Farm All C. Like everything I own, got way more money in it than it's worth. Tires are shot, still holds air kind of. Rebuilt the engine on it, and it runs okay. The governor is bypassed at this point because it tries to run wide open, so she just runs on the old choke leakage here, and that's how I throttle it up. My son doesn't want me to sell it. I really need to get rid of it. I got a 5-foot mower that goes with it. But I don't know, we'll see. So this thing is old hay press, and yeah, my buddy, who gave this to me? I'm having a brain fart here. My buddy Dan gave me this. This thing has been all around western Kansas. He saved it from a scrapper. Look at the wheels on it. They're just plumb wore out. This old girl's got a lot of miles on it. Needs all new wood, needs Babbitt. And I gave this to my buddy Chad. So Chad, if you're watching this, I'm ready for you to come get it, buddy. I need to free up some space to get some more junk. So, pretty neat rig. Just needs a lot of woodworking on it and some Babbitt. She should be good to go. Then here's the old Dodge, junk Dodge. Too new for me, but gets us down the road. And yeah, I got a 41 Ford Super Deluxe. That was my biological grandpa's, and then it was my Uncle Jeff's. Now it's my brother's and I's. That's in my other garage, which is filled with crap right now. So yeah, that's all the junk I have. A few things that the shop's really lacking. I really need to get a torch set, and a welder. And the problem is my shop right now only has like 20 amp service coming out here, so I only have 110. And it makes things pretty difficult. I got to go sometimes to work to weld or cut something, and luckily my boss lets me use that stuff every once in a while, but I kind of want to get away from that. So hopefully I can get, I don't know, 220 ran to my shop at some point and get a torch set. Just between those two, man, we're looking at probably $2,000. I really don't have that money right now. And then too, my drill press, it's too small. I don't like it. Need another drill press. And man, if I had those things, I could do a lot more in the shop. Since this video really has no purpose or narrative, whatever, just kind of give you guys some updates on this winter, kind of what our plans are. Obviously, I got my root and Vandervoort I got to get together, and it's kind of the one big shop project, and I'm potentially waiting on my buddy from Texas. He has an old 50 Chevy. He can't find anybody down there to get running for him. So I told him, I said, bring it up here and I'll get it running for you. So we'll see. We're waiting on that. It's kind of our two shop projects, winter projects. And then too, I've been working on some adventures for Rhett and I to go do. Down by Kinsley, I've heard some rumors of some more steam tractors kind of being hidden on some property, so I'm trying to track those down, and hopefully I can find those. Obviously, if you guys have followed my other videos, we're going to be constantly doing stuff with the Anthony Northern locomotive in Kinsley. So that's kind of my two deals. There's a couple spots in Colorado I want to take you guys to go see. That's pretty neat. A huge line of old cars, you guys, just in the middle of nowhere. I posted a picture several years ago on abandoned Kansas, and it blew up. People thought it was pretty neat, so I'm gonna run out there, get a video of that, kind of go explore some old rail lines, I guess, some old railroads that are abandoned, some old grades. That's something I really want to do and kind of take you guys along. There isn't much in western Kansas, but we make do with what we got. So